Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So time comes out with another Hollywood hot topics. Before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what y'all think about this video. Okay, heads up, if y'all notice I'm not in the cheeries of mood, yeah, bear with the kid, okay? Yeah. Anyways, first thing I wanted to get into, you guys, is about Monica. So if y'all don't know, there's this housewife on Bravo, and she basically was behind like a T page. So she started a T page and started to basically troll the other housewives. And this was years before she got on the show. So there's a show called Traitors, and once they were casting her for it, Neighborhood Talk is reporting that they couldn't put her on the show because she failed the psych exam. Now I'm looking at Bravo and Andy sideways because you feel me? Like, she failed the psych exam, and then how the heck did she pass it back then? Okay, now she did deny it after they reported this. Neighbors, we exclusively learned that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Monica Garcia was selected for season 3 of NBC's Traitors because she allegedly faked a psych exam. Sources close to the situation tells us she was doing it, but failed the psych exam. You know, all that drama she had with the Salt Lake and her craziness, they continued. She was casted, but was booted after failing. Monica was also booted off of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after just one season when it was revealed that she was running a fake Instagram page that bullied her Bravo co-stars at the time. They referred to Whitney as a swinger at one point and posted countless insults to her Jen Shaw. It's unclear Monica will return to reality TV anytime soon, but we're sure it won't be for the show Traitors. Now, she commented under the post and said, "This is actually terrible that you would post this. Complete lie. Disgusting. Bring back psych exams." Because a lot of you hoes wouldn't be on reality television. Like, y'all wouldn't be on there. On Bad Girls Club and some of, like, a whole lot of reality shows that are, like, official. Not these network ones where, you know, you in an Airbnb and you thumping. I'm talking about the ones where, like, national TV, you have to pass those psych exams. They ask you 1,000,001 questions. How would you do with this person in this house? How would you do with that person in the house? As for somebody who recently went through a casting process, it's no joke. I'm talking about, like, the online portion takes you at least an hour. They ask you everything. What your mama do, what this, what that, well, what would you do this? What would you do that? How about this? How about that? How about this? How about this? How about a little bit of that? What about this? Like, as much as this could be taken for as a joke, it's really not funny because, like, y'all allowed this lady who couldn't pass the psych exam as of to this day be around a whole bunch of people filming day in, day out. And we've seen it on shows like Big Brother, like people who, like, they kind of go crazy while being in a house. Like, they'll be in the house and then they do some, like, off the wall ish. Like, there was one season, this guy, he had put like a knife and he had put it to this girl neck and he was like, "What if I unalive you right now? What you gonna do?" So, and they kicked his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that kind of slip through the psych exam when the producer's not really watching closely. Okay, so I hope this isn't true because it looks really bad on Bravo's end. But watching the season with her be on there, I wouldn't doubt that it's a lie because, yeah. Now, mental health is no joke either. So hopefully Neighborhood Talk didn't just report this without having factual evidence and just didn't drop this just for the key of it, because that would be a fat ass lawsuit if she could really prove that, you know, she was not casted for another reason and it wasn't due to her failing it. Because, yeah. I'd sue too if you lied on me about something like that. Okay, now let's talk about the girl from Burning Man. Who you with? That used to be my show. Like, people think just because I'm young and stuff, I used to watch shows like that. Like, that was my show. I remember I used to stay up late at night, watch the Bernie Mac show. I remember the episode where I forget her name. It wasn't Sherry Shepherd. It's the lady with the big old titties. She had a big old titties, And I think she was Bernie Mac. She played like Bernie Mac's sister. And when she came to the house to visit, she always had her titties out. And Junior used to get so like turned on. I said Junior, I meant Jordan. My bad. Wrong show. I'm thinking my wife and kids. But yeah, Jordan used to get turned on because she had her tickle bitties out, and then she had that jello, and then the jello started shaking, and it looked like titties. You couldn't make that type of comedy. So the girl on there who used to play the daughter of Bernie Mac, Nessa girl. So Nessa, you guys, is doing OF, okay? So she's showing them tickle bitties. She's showing that Punani. She doing it, you know, some strange things on the OF for some change. Here's my thing. I don't like when celebrities that are no longer relevant try to do other things for money and you guys shame them. The media shames them. I don't think that's fair. If they do not have a certain level of relevancy as of now, meaning they can't book roles, they can't do certain shows because there's other people that are going to get it before they do, how y'all going to get mad at them for the way that they choose to get their money? Because at the end of the day, they still got to eat. They still got bills to pay. So, although this isn't the best thing she could have did for Coin, shaming her to me is kind of crazy when the Bernie Mac show was decades ago and he ain't even alive no more. She did a recent interview where she talked about her decision to doing OnlyFans, and she feels as if people thinking that she's still going to be relying on residual checks is kind of crazy, which we all know residual checks are like slim to nothing nowadays.
Oh, those Bernie Mac checks must have dried up, or like from a job 20 years ago when I was. Oh, those Bernie Mac checks must have dried up, or like from a job 20 years ago when I was a 12-year-old. Yeah, like duh.
Because we think the residuals are still coming through though.
I mean, they do, but
it's not.
We weren't. I wasn't. Listen, if I was on Friends making $1 million an episode, yes, those residual checks would still be very nice. But as time goes on, they get smaller and smaller every year. You're not making the same amount that you were when the show was current per episode.
Right.
So, as someone who was just a kid, don't get me wrong, still making good money.
Mm-hmm.
But 20 years later, those checks are not sustainable for a living. With the industry being as fickle as it is, you can't count on any job to last or even to book a job. So over the years, I have done regular 9-to-5s.
Oh, wow.
I owned an ice cream shop for
wow.
My whole thing is, oh my God. It's the interview say, oh wow. As if she Meryl Streep. Get the fuck out my face. I'm sorry. Anybody who thinks just because somebody is famous can't work a regular job is ridiculous to me. I don't care what nobody say. Like, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So nobody else can't do. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Like, get the fuck. I'm sorry. I don't see the problem with her doing this in regards to the OF. I just don't see it. And a lot of your faves do OFs, but guess what they do? They don't put it under their name, and they don't show their face. And I know a couple of them. They don't say their name and they don't put their face, so they're low-key doing a low, judging people that's doing it publicly. Meanwhile, they're getting coin and residuals for it, but you just don't know that it's them.
3 years when I was a teenager.
Wow.
And I funded that with my own money. I taught gymnastics to kids where I was making like $11, $12 an hour. So I've done that.
Wow.
But if I can find a way to make enough to buy a home from the comfort and safety of my own living room, why wouldn't I do that? Oh,
I know that's right. I don't care what nobody says. Nessa girl, get that coin, girl, and get it to it. Okay? Show that tussie, pop a little pussy, and get that Monia. My whole thing is, as long as she's not hurting anybody or scamming people, why are you guys so mad? Why are people feeling a way that she's out here on a grind? Okay? I remember when Suki used to do OF and people shamed her and was talking all that crap and hoopah. And then once she used that money and sort of invested herself, people had less things to say. Even though she was still overtly sexual and sort of was still talking her ish, she still used that money from doing all those embarrassing videos, which it does haunt her, because anytime anybody gets, in an argument with Suki, they're talking about how she threw up on the dick. But it's not like it was her long-term goal. It was a short-term goal that she used to make a better long-term life. And I think that's what Camille is probably doing. Of course, she's probably not going to be doing this up until she's damn 40, 50, 60 years old. But she's using this to offset a future for her. Okay? And she could have easily did it and not shown her face. Now would have done as well? No. But the girl doing what she got to do. And I'm not mad at it. Okay? Just like that boy that used to work on Wizards of Waverly Place, that white boy Zeke. Well, he's out there on Twitter showing us his peak, jacking it. What y'all talking about? I don't see him getting all this flack. It's because she's whack. I'm sorry. It's not. No, it's because we grew, a lot of us black people, we grew up kind of watching her, so it's a lot more criticism towards her because we feel as if she's a sort of like, I guess, set an example or something where she's better than. So that's what I think. So JT, you guys displayed a new color on her Instagram at a Pride event that she recently attended, and she had a new sort of look to her. And she says that she was at a paid appearance for a Viva Glam Mac Pride event, helping them raise money for great causes and paying homage. Had fun and won the face category. It was a time. The CEOs were living. I still have my brows. Y'all calm down. Some of y'all clearly don't know how drag makeup work. Okay? I could have told y'all that she didn't actually shave her brows down, because tell us a little thing. Basically, glue. Y'all know that trick though. Anyways, I think though that even with the thin brows, she looks good. I just don't like the wig. I hate the wig. I feel like it's like a mop. Besides that, I think she looks amazing in the face. Anybody who says differently is a hater. Okay, like she looks gorgeous in the face. Plus, it goes with the event that she's going to. She's really paying a little bit homage to the drag trans sort of community with the look that she came with that night. So a lot of the people in the comments are just not connecting the dots, and they're just thinking that she just decided to step out looking like that, which no, she looks really, really good to me. It's time for another Simon Guobadia update. Let me tell y'all, on this season of Housewives of Atlanta, they need to do a Simon segment every episode and have Porsha. They'd be like, Porsha, so you got to give us your weekly Simon update. And then she's going to be like, well, this week he's trolling me online because of the Rolls Royce. He doesn't want you guys filming the Rolls Royce, so he's probably going to repo it anytime now. Like, we need a Simon update every week, every episode. Now, he put on his Instagram, he said, no more Africans, no more Rolls Royce. Now, apparently, he sent a cease and desist over to Housewives of Atlanta for them not to film the Rolls Royce. So any filming, any photography, Bravo cannot do on the Rolls Royce. So that way, I guess Porsha cannot, show us the luxurious life that she's living. Listen, neighbors, check this out. Divorce drama. Porsha Williams' estranged husband Simon Guobadia has fired off a scathing cease and desist letter demanding his Rolls Royce cannot be filmed amid the couple's tumultuous split. According to Radar Online, the Atlanta Housewives star pulled the plug on her marriage from Guobadia in February. Now, Guobadia fired back with a request to block the Bravo celebrity from allowing cameras inside their abode to film the show. The parties raised the issue of whether the terms of the prenuptial agreement permits or prohibits film and recording in the marital residence. As the matter was not formally noticed for evidentiary hearing on the substantiative issues surrounding the parties' prenuptial agreement, the court reserves those issues for later determination. The court dated May 31st read Guobadia's subpoena to Atlanta household pertaining to his 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost vehicle is the latest development after a judge awarded the reality star temporary use of the residence. Here's the thing. Porsha's not that innocent either. You know why? She wasn't smart enough to get a lot of things in her name. Just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have been got that car in your name. Like, the fuck were you doing all this time? Playing in makeup and eating African meals? Like, girl, you should have been thinking ahead. You should have that car in your name. Your name should have been on that title. It would have been okay. Okay? He would have been able to do none of that shit. What Asian doll saying? None of that shit. You would have been able to do none of that shit. Like, none of that. Okay? You could have slip sliding on that nigga. But nah. He was too lazy playing house, thinking that this African man wasn't going to do the same way that he did Fallon. Y'all got to watch the things when it comes to relationships, the way that they do other people, they might do it to you. Y'all for my story, my members, y'all seen that story time I said about the acting coach and then how she used to talk about the guy who was helping with the project. And then we ended up having like a falling out type vibe. And I'm like, see, I should have connected dots, touch my buddy. You know what I'm saying? Porsha don't do that. She just go off of emotion. And I think that's what's fucking it up. But this move to me is sort of petty and stupid because it's not like the Rolls Royce is a person or a home. They could easily cut out the scenes where the car isn't shown. It's not a big deal. They could easily give her rentals. She could easily use rentals for the show. It's not a big deal. So to me, this wasn't really like a chess move. It was kind of like a checkers, dominoes move. Like, you're not really winning doing this because it's not going to affect her a whole bunch. It's just not. Now, neighborhood talk. Y'all gonna leave my girl, Azealia Banks, alone because she don't bother nobody. She just makes house music and minds her business when she's not doing her daily rants talking shit. I don't care what nobody says. Azealia Banks is pretty. You know who she looks like? She's like Naomi Campbell, just slightly. You know what I'm saying? Naomi Campbell was like off the wall, Richter scale. That's what she would look like in Pursue Music. Okay? So not too much. I just had to give a little shine. Not too much. Y'all know I love me some Azealia Banks. Although I don't agree with a lot of things that she says, her music is top tier and she doesn't get the credit she deserves. So I feel like a lot of you bitches are just haters and just want to see her fall. But it's just not going to happen because she's still that girl. Okay? It's just that. Now, Tyla did an interview where they asked her the difference between colored and black, because she made a statement not so long ago where she, in some people's opinion, put her foot in her mouth. They say neighbors get into this. Tyla and her team playing no games. During her recent interview with The Breakfast Club, the South African star refused to answer what was the difference between color and black due to the singer being referred to as color by her fellow South Africans. The discourse started all last year when the ex-user shared a picture of Tyla and Travis Scott, joked that this is the first time the rapper had ever been around a black woman. South Africans quickly flocked to the tweet saying that Tyla isn't black, she's colored. This obviously started a debate between South Africans and African Americans because historically color has a negative connotation in America, but in South Africa it's simply just an identifier for people who aren't white. Over time, colored came to refer to mixed South Africans. This is controversial because of anti-miscegenation laws. Sybil Roberts, director of African American and African Diaspora Studies at American University, said to The Hill. So you have biracial and multiracial groups being designated as color, but this is a malleable designation that during the apartheid years and shortly after was fraught with both legal and social challenges. Now, we're going to have to stop looking to artists for political views and commentary because that's not what they're there for. They're there to inspire us, to relieve us, not all the time to educate us. Sometimes they are, but not all the time. I'm so glad she didn't answer this. Like, oh, the trouble this would have started. Y'all would have canceled this girl so quick. She would have been just like Danny Lay. Just like Danny Lay. It would have been a wrap. And I've never heard this happen in a Breakfast Club interview where you hear somebody's team in the background. Like, okay, usually you hear them like in a room, but her team, her PR sounded like she was in an intercom. Like, no, we're not doing that. No, all right. What did I say? It sounded like she was in an intercom.
Colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
That's even better. About you're right.
I don't like Charlamagne in this because bitch, don't do too much. This young girl is trying to make her music and y'all trying to make her get into some shit. This would have low-key pissed me off if I was Tyla. So she a lot better than me, bitch. Because I'll be like, don't be messy. What about those R-word charges? How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be trying to be funny. And you can tell that she's trained media-wise very well because an untrained artist, when it comes to PR and media, would have easily taken the bait and started running their mouths. But she knew better than to shut up and look over her shoulder. Now, what I don't think that she should have did was that very thing, to look over the shoulder and ask, because it sort of made her look like an amateur. I just feel as if she should have been like, I don't want to really go into that. Can we go to the next question? You know what I'm saying? And then if they keep trying to press it, then your PR step in like, hey. Intercom vibe. Hey. No, we're not doing that. Like, where was she talking from? Like, the fuck? Let me know what y'all think down below about some of these topics. And we're out, babies.
No personal thing.